think that the life of a prisoner is never beautiful. But the question is whether our identity carries on a sort of freedom which nobody can take away from us. Juliet is a play which I wrote about my mother. She was deported altogether with her 7 kids, including myself, to a Romanian prison camp in the late 50s and early 60s. So I spent with her and with my siblings almost 5 years in a gulag camp, while my father was imprisoned, being the opposer of the communist dictatorship, and sentenced for 22 years. This is my most successful play. It's a one-woman show. So who are those actresses who perform Juliet, who perform my mother? It's fascinating to encounter time to time your mother on the stage, speaking in different languages. Nobody can write a play about somebody else. So I had to write the play about myself. So to understand and if you want to embody her sufferings in my own body and to use her language, to speak like my mother was speaking, to tell her stories like my own stories, and to follow in the same time the lives of the 7 kids who are around her, and when she goes through that very dark experience of death, what happened with the kids, how they performed, how they wanted to save her life, which was not possible for them. It was not really possible. What are the limitations of the reality? When the opportunity of this movie came to me, my first idea was to investigate what happens with an actress who performs modern saint, I would say, because she was a very special person. She educated her 7 kids, trying to maintain their spirit in a very healthy way, in a hostile circumstances. So when we are going to the theater, many times happen to us that and we even express verbally to our friends that it was a life-changing event. What does it mean, a life-changing event, anyway? But what happens with the players? What happens with the actors when they deliver to us, when they offer for us a life-changing event? So Melissa Loren performed Juliet for years, and in many countries, in Europe, in Palestine, in Israel, in prisons in America, which is amazing for me to realize this. So what happened to her? What is the life of an actress when she performs a real story, when behind her there is a real person with her emotions, with her love for life, love for the world, love for her children, love for her husband, who is very far from her. So we will speak about the relationship between the real life and fiction. The relationship between the fiction and our life, because the fiction is a part of our life and the fiction is a part of our reality. So in this movie I would like to investigate this process of life-changing event in the life of a young artist. So the movie will follow Melissa from the beginning of her day until the end of her day, when she comes out, steps out in the city from the theater, having performed Juliet.